kings. Obsidian like serum mixing melanin. In every way, radiate from within. Like elixir, no mixer. Hope you're listening.
Young black kings, the strap rings, signals bounce from cellular towers. Then your phone rings, discloses your whereabouts or thereabouts. Next minute it's blue lights. I relate to your rage. The pigs cuff you, throw you in a cage. Either that or it's below minimum wage. So it's trap houses and runaway slaves, estranged spouses, lungs full up with haze. Niggas who can't sit still, they itching and crave. Another nigga pulls the trigger, sends a kid to his grave. Now he's a killer, getting bigger with age. Dropped his 9, but then he picked up a gauge. Stuck in the same phase like cryogenic stasis. The conspiracy to kill black boys is the basis, but you ain't trying to hear that noise. You want aces, you want to drink from an oasis. Pocket stuff full of queens' faces. You were destined to fail. Poor education, in and out of jail. The castration of the African male. Corrupt judges, sipping our blood like San Miguel. You ain't trying to see it like bro. They want your intel like pro-co intel. They locked up the Panthers and turned us into gangsters. Set the bait, then reeled us in like anglers. Can't remove the pain like a deer's antlers. Still fear and anger weighs us down like a heavy anchor. In the hood it's a deadly cancer, so I liberate the man with every stanza.
Observe the revolting circling vulture. The colonized corpses are culinary. Carcass pickings for a pecking order. Traditions perverse and vulgar. Trying to be a free-range human, but actually a GM crop. Industrial revolution product. Fertilized with polished turds and muck. Pesticides in the blood stuck. Living with the poisons, unsnared, stepping over traps. Tripwire, minefield avoidance. Pick a sin, choose a vice. Sit with some sugar, it may seem quite nice. Marinating for the harvest, 11-course meal. This density's just the starters.
Niggas, my brothers are kings. Obsidian like serum mixing melanin. In every way, radiate from within. Life elixir, no mixer. Hope you're listening. My brothers are kings. In every way.
Wage slaves suckle on moves in human form. The milk is bitter and lukewarm. A unicorn in this human swarm. I'm an outlier. The source of the spark, like a house fire. Like an electrical fruit in a down wire. Call me Mr. Robot. Dreaming of economic collapse. The cancellation of world debt. Warheads were launched, the world wept. Death to the system. Materialism, neo-imperialism. Devils in tailored suits. Political agendas with racist roots. Military recruits. Mass unemployment. The deployment of troops. Drones dropping bombs in Beirut. Blowing children into fragments of blood and bone. Skull and bones. High interest loans. The phone tapping of homes. The erosion of civil liberties. Your Donald Trumps and your Hillarys. Two different sides of the same coin. Bureaucratic gangsters like Donald Goyen. Ponzi schemes and foreign regimes. It's all a show like Truman's. Mass marketing, the harvesting of humans.
Niggas, my brothers are kings. Obsidian like serum mixing melanin. In every way, radiate from within. Life elixir, no mixer. Hope you're listening. Obsidian life in every way. Obsidian life, radiate from within. In every way you radiate. My brothers are king. The city and skin.
Colonized curves, homogenized verbs. Most MCs economize words. Our titles, nursery rhymes and a noose. Then douse them in overproof from the truth like Errol Spence. Every level's tense, like a cinematic cliffhanger. The devil's stench pours off the pores of a fifth banger. Yo, cuzzy, I got sick grammar. Me and Jesus like grape juice. The common ingredient in grape juice. Through the eyes of the deviant, I'm fundamental. Traditionally based and sequential. They tried to poison my glass roots. You couldn't walk a green mile in my large boots. Puffing on large suits. Street wars, scarred recruits. Musical detours, masterful loops. Deceitful ministers in farcical suits. With lies on their lips. Divided by pies from a hive they deny exists. A conniving twist, the rise of your bliss. You don't get live in this, I'm nice with the wrist. My pen game's your end game. Hand sculpted darts penetrate the membrane. Poison tips, smash you and your boys to bits. You're moist like oily chips, I moisten chicks. Flug your dead carcass or hoisting sticks. I'm trying to do numbers like them boys with bricks. Rapping in Cascades, putting rappers in mass graves. You get overshadowed like lampshades, deeper than bone marrow. You can catch fades. Rapping in Cascades, putting rappers in mass graves. You get overshadowed like lampshades, deep stone-faced, expressionless. Another cold case, flee the hood like Exodus. Wherever crows chase, bones are placed next to us. Another stiffened victim, gut MCs like chitlins, it's sickening. The way I ride the beat, bar commander, guide my fleet. Drone strike like Obama, the vice of the street. The documentarian like Panorama, wiser than an octogenarian, the cannon blaster. Guns at the Alamo, killer cardio, like a cage fighter on Tyrannobo. Leave you slumped like tramadol, microphone mastery. My flow's archery, plunge a dozen arrows deep into your artery. Pardon me, but I wanna bone your chick. I'm fine silks, the mind wilts like dead flowers. Pints are spilled like blood banks. Drop you like the Twin Towers, Flight 93. What you know's dive into the sea. I'm from an era where rappers had to be good at rapping. Spread terror like hood jackets off the wall like graphics. It's the goods we're yapping. Call this exhibition. Run your gums, I rewire your jaw like an electrician. You're all fiction like John Grisham. What a sick depiction, I'm on a mission to reinvigorate a fallen state. Up to our necks in corruption like Watergate. Art of seduction, pussy on a plate. She starts to suction like Dyson's. Never pick my fruit until it ripens. Rapping in Cascades, putting rappers in mass graves. You get overshadowed like lampshades, deeper than bone marrow. You can catch phase. Rapping in Cascades, putting rappers in mass graves. You can get overshadowed like lampshades, deeper than bone marrow. You can catch phase.
A black opal, which is larger than anything else that I have ever handled, heard about, or seen.
Black opal.
Black opal with that banging vocal. Black opal with that banging vocal. Black opal with that banging vocal. Black opal with that banging vocal.
These devils want me to kneel, and I won't even bow. Only bow for my force. Licking shots like bow. All these demons get killed. Who the fuck a victim? How? Pull your soul out your skin. Now existing inside. Shut up and hear a black man talk. Are you engaged in them games and you know that sport? Brain dead thinking how you know like corpse. Carcass conscious produce those soulless thoughts. The night don't judge, they truth don't budge. Enemies don't betray and the villains show love. Your heroes are false prophet, trading ethics and purpose like stock tips. What's the logic? Left side, right side, brain war. That's why you can't ever trust what your brain saw. I saw what the eye saw, the eye never felt. Just eyesores with pain raw, why never help? Crowd already unattractive, soon turn ugly. Socially unactive, makeup making it lovely. Fake luck, the fight's thrown. Don't even show up and keep your black ass home.
My pen's a cyclone. The black opal is my stone. My tech work like the mycelium network. The beat's banging, so your head jerk. Couldn't give a fuck about your net worth. I go berserk, but that's extra work. Puffing loud like an extrovert. Yo, that's extra math. Move these mics like a telepath. Piss on your cenotaph. Speak to secret language like a stenograph. You don't want beef like a greasy sandwich. said you had hella cash, Hamburger Hill when I kill. Your bars are garbage like landfill. When I spill, the crowd stand still. Under pressure like a 1,000-pound anvil. Hitting pads like a beat maker. Leave your jaw swinging like an e-taker. Addicted to ink like a freebaser. The hood be-up, the street G-ups. Serve a verse like a kiosk. The chic enter D-up. The rap technique is textbook. Stuff in the stat sheet like Westbrook. My punchlines are money. Grab your checkbook. Alexander Povetkin with the left hook. Pedal rhymes like an art dealer. I can read you like a smart meter. Pass the reefer. Clouds of star dog in my star log. Kick off your door like a star pole. Take rappers apart like Meccano. Super commando like a Mandalorian. Man of the Orient.
Which is larger than
Black Opal,
that I have ever handled, heard about, or seen.
Black Opal.
Yo, liquid ammunition. Stood in a ghost shadow like an apparition. My bow and arrow flow packs precision. It's you smoke and mirrors like a black magician. Microphone killers, a tapestry of stab wounds like angry Saracens on sand dunes. I love pussy like flights to Cancun. I'm old school like a telegram. Drop a jewel like a hexagram. Cause knowledge, wisdom and understanding is the breath of man. Crush a skull like a Stella can. I'm a legend, man. You're moving through like John Legend, man. Or Malik Yoba. Street soldier with a street diploma. EMCs like you eat granola. EMTs on the scene, leave you in a coma.
These devils want me to kneel, and I won't even bow. Only bow for my thoughts. Licking shots like bow. All these demons get killed. Who the fuck a victim? How? Pull your soul out your skin. Now existing inside out.
Black Opal.
How much time does a man need before his dreams come true? How much time does a man need before his dreams come true?
A scuffle outside a nightclub ends in a murder. Fueled by machismo and bland fervor. 3 shots from a burner. Could this tragedy have been prevented? Could this obstacle have been circumvented? If both parties left at different times, would they have ever interlocked lives? So is it that the clock lasts? Or was it destined in God's eyes? The victim stumbles towards the soul's rapture, and the perpetrator struggles to avoid capture. Was time the governing factor? A lake of fire or a greener pasture? Will you aspire with a reaper taxure? Aging billionaires trying to look younger. Injected serum, sleeping on silk as they slumber. Indulging in plastic surgery, astrology and mercury. A week later he was found dead in his observatory. Died of natural causes and nothing purposely. Premeditated or inadvertently.
Before his dreams how much time does a man need before his dreams?
How much time does a man need? Standing still in the chaos of a stampede. You need a plan A, plan B and plan C. Protect the fertile soil and plant seed. Time lapsing, sat back relaxing, living off what the land leave. Or is it borrowed time, living on tick? Social dandruff, flaky man doing another man's deeds. Then the bell hits, I'm smashing the hourglass from the sand freed. Moving as fast as speed of thought, fuck your land speed. Clocking second hand greed, hourly sinks but minute hand leads. How long's a piece of string, how long is life? We'll only know when it's cut, measured by eye. Never too early, never too late, always on time. God's plan or hidden hands, free will or design.
How much time does a man need before his dreams come true? How much time does a man need before his dreams come true?
I shine in spaces when time is just a glare. My lifeline, a question over hands of time. I shine in spaces when time is just a glare. My lifeline, a question over hands of time. I shine in spaces when time is just a glare. My lifeline, a question over hands of time. I shine in spaces when time is just a glare. My lifeline, a question over hands of time.
This is one that I know you spotted on the turntable. You've got a great eye.
This is one of the most
opal.
Amazing opals.
Lightning Ridge, black opal.
Opal derives its name from the Latin word opalus and the Sanskrit word upala, meaning precious stone.
Not only that, but you've got a lot of those fuchsia colors. And when you see those purples and pinks, you know you've got every single color in the opal. Every color here.
Oh my goodness. Look at that, right there.
That's the most amount of that fuchsia color that I've ever seen. Usually you'll see just a little glimpse. You'll see just a little flash of it.
Carrying, holding, wearing, or sitting with opals, depending on the specimen, will align you with a multitude of beneficial vibrational energies of their metaphysical properties. This stone has an effect of alleviating mental stress such as depression and low self-esteem, as well as improving physical sight and stabilizing blood disorders, sexual issues, fevers, and infections. On a metaphysical level, working with this stone lends protective qualities that enables us to resolve karma and enhance visionary, shamanic, and other magic work.
But just the brightness on the opal as well. You know, getting one that has that brightness factor.
I just love looking at that. There it is again. Oh my gosh.
That one's covered in red. Look at that.
And when you see an opal with a little tiny flash of red, you've got a really rare and valuable opal. When you see one like this, it's hard to get much better.
Silverback, rough to touch. Like Gore-Tex, pill your cat, lust for sluts. With raw sex, still a Mac, bust these nuts. Like drawn text, posing with Jaguar, swooping eagle. Gay bred vernacular, roof in a cathedral. Serve them like a spatula, juicing them with diesel. The rap raconteur, exceptionally ill. Reenacted a scene from Saw, yet deceptively chill. Can't track my speed like telemetry still. They attempt it, lethal like washing up meth in a bedsit. Minigun flow, they duck soon as the lead hit. Doctors still hammer, precious like a sea urchin. Gum she'll jabber, cut your roots like a tree surgeon. Never bashful like a stammer. The street version, impactful. What's the fans clamor? So I keep lurking. Rip out your voice box, use it as a drum skin. Boondocks, cut your eyes like a pumpkin. Perched on the rooftops, you become luncheon. Head spinning like screw tops in a function. Pulverize your skull with a truncheon. Turn your bones to powder, the prowler. Make your blood thicken like clam chowder. My gang's louder, open spokesman like granary bread. My art's wholesome, calorie shed in the booth. Harnessing emotion from the listener, as vast as the ocean, smoky like a Rizzler. L skin with a tail fin, call me Sizzler. Leave my mark like a tailspin and dread a vista. Forever head nodding, forever head nodding. Look at Eli, that CY is what you're rocking. On some after hours shit, cool it and lock it. Always ready to shower shit, don't make me drop it. Forever head nodding. That book of Eli, that CY is what you're rocking. On some after hours shit, cool it and lock it. Always ready to shower shit, don't make me drop it. Engulfed in clouds of dro, puffing on punk. Call it a loud the crow, I leave a punch drunk. Throw in the towel and go, I'm General Monk. Poisonous syntax, Japanese pufferfish. Brace yourself for impact, like a slugger's kiss. Brittle like a dish rack, you pop like butter kiss. Get your chick cracked with my wondrous thunder fist. Bring the words to laugh, like a colorist. Stuff your chick like Christmas dinner. I ask for extras, I guess I'm a wishful sinner. I bask in the textures, like rich chinchilla. Madagascar vanilla, I'm a runaway train with no driver. Strictly a sample, no synthesizer. I'm the Black Frank Castle, making moves like TripAdvisor. Harmful to your crew, sick like an immunizer. Deep speech provider, I'm Denzel in the Equalizer. It never ends well for a street survivor. I'm an innovator, an urban illustrator. Poetical voltage, a defibrillator. Call me Paul Castellano, the intimidator. I'm nice like Milano Constantine. Might muscular like shots of Osterine. I might cock your queen, single-handedly drop your team. Like a Glock, locked with a beam. Forever head nodding, Forever head nodding. Look at Eli, that CYRUS what you're rocking. On some after hours shit, cool it and locking. Always ready to shower shit, don't make me drop in. Forever head nodding. Now book at Eli, that CYRUS what you're rocking. On some after hours shit, cool it and locking. Always ready to shower shit, don't make me drop in. Progressive soundscapes with no outtakes. Audio backdrops painted on laptops. Crafted by the eye, formerly known as Jesus. Then I knock 'em out the park like Babe Ruth. You can't escape truth, the El Colum, which is simply the all. Don't run before you can crawl. Train bombing like they scribble on the wall. We're all lost in symbolism like a Freemasonic hall. I'm on my MC shit, stick to the remit. Make sure the beat's lit when we spit. You're collegiate, I'm the spirit of old Egypt. Aquaman, make you seasick. I'm TNT like DMT, make you see shit. Clever rhymes, seasoned with deep wit. I got hella lines, call it niche shit. My words cut deep like facelifts, Mickey Rourke. The game's changed, it's a new sport. But the culture still pumps through my veins like subway trains in New York. Bars are fire like a Newport. I love pussy like Too Short, especially when it's trimmed and not bushy like a new stalk. Hydroponic sonnets open you up like car bonnets. Your bars are shambolic. I'm a bloodhound, leave you bedbound like a catatonic. Forever deadly, I'm on the prowl. Put your lights out like Jorge Masvidal and leave you colored in red like Chairman Mao.
Violet crowns, temples of destiny, thrones made of ivory and ebony. 1,000 years of pain, but I remember when we reigned, when we
Asiatic black man trying to stack grands in a crack land, littered with bodies like Afghan. Look beneath the surface like a CAT scan, labeled worthless like the black on my backhand. Even though the purpose is greater than that, man. The pigs are always watching like a dash cam, ready to cuff a young black man with the max fam. It's 12 years on gun charges, 12 years a slave every day the sun passes. The man is fragile like wine glasses, susceptible to breakage, tantamount to atrophy, it's all wastage. So it's trap houses instead of Cambridge, stained blouses and sex workers, drug pushers and tech bursters, precursors to street murders. The police are like sheep herders, it's cutthroat, there's bare earners. The grief burns us like hair curlers. I draw inspiration from the depths of the undiscovered. Slum children coming home to an empty cupboard. I ask the question, why beloved? I ask the question, why beloved? Why did no one love us? Most of us are prison bound, shackled in Black Marias, packed sandwiched in cells like quesadillas, stripped of our humanity, then turned into a meme like a parody. Back in the manner, the science of our malady. The crowd panic as shots ring from the canopy.
Violet crowns, temples of destiny, thrones made of ivory and ebony. 1,000 years of pain, but I remember when we reigned, when we reigned. Violet crowns, temples of destiny, thrones made of ivory and ebony. 1,000 years of pain, but I remember when we reigned, when we reigned.
Black opal, counting the seasons. My mind's a condor, soaring over mountainous regions. Indigenous prisoners devoured by legions and showered in lesions. Black death and black plague, I remain untamed and unclaimed. But still the floods came, such a shame. Just to touch the rain, slack drugs in a vein, sheer exhilaration. The spirits of my ancestors lost in the precipitation. I resist colonial veneration, the implication, the subjugation of a generation. The The ghost of Rottnest Island and Turtle Island. 500,000 bison slaughtered for their hides by white men on horseback. The staple of our diet, removed and drawn back in order to starve us and disarm us. Heal my heart, wounded knee. This is what the Sioux would see. My dream capture like a screen capture. Imagine a man of thin stature traversing across a barren desert, directed by a tree branch, a spirit guide. His skin blacker than onyx, never ill-advised, at one with the earth and its vibrations. Tribal nations, elixirs and libations, aboriginal shaman with wisdom to bestow on the seat of the soul. Traditions of old, like your scriptures of Job. Instead you burnt my village, murdered the women and old. Not to mention the children you would butcher and scold. One step behind the rabbit fence, you married us with malintent. Black old, black old, black old. Together we are black opal, harnessing the power of Quetzalcoatl. Before the indigenous Mesoamericans were slaughtered by the Spanish, signs of their culture would eventually vanish. Led by Cortez before the Moors' warfares, the children of the Mayans, Inca and Aztecs had their books burned in huge bonfires. There were no umpires, his gunfires. Indiscriminately, and so deliberately, women were raped, then impaled on a stake. Hundreds of lifeless bodies left to rot in the burning sun. Nothing short of vile. The foul stench would travel for miles. Thousands of years of knowledge wiped out in a second by sheer ignorance and hate. Feelings of superiority inflate, but they know not what they do. Mindless barbarians with no clue. A vicious horde led by Catholicism and the sword. Under the orders of Queen Isabella, many a head they would sever, and the connection to the ancestors lost forever. All this bloodshed was ordained by the Pope, just like they hung an African from a rope. Beware of the seven thunders. We came before Columbus. The black man was the oldest Olmec. They hadn't circumnavigated the globe yet. Hotep. This one, yeah, black opal. Black opal. The black opal is the rarest type of opal around, and it's the most expensive opal you can get. And it comes in the form of a dark body, but with almost all of the colors that opals come in housed within it. Do you understand? So it almost metaphorically is dealing with. It's almost saying to the world, you know what I mean? Yo, black is the original when it is. Black encompasses all colors. Everything comes from black. And that's how it ties in, and it's called black opal. So let me know what you think of that, yeah, black opal. Found a vulture in your counterculture. Chocolate colored dime pieces, cups of mocha. Put my hands on her fine creases. Body bottled like Coca-Cola. I'm a sharper than Zaza, you're a premolar. I'm a beast in the Zaffa, New Spain, puffin' on Mary Jane. Our addiction to Pulp Fiction, vote of friction, kleptocracy, masqueraded as democracy. When I die, they should honor me. My words echo through the ages, spare a penny for the sages. Slave wages, inescapable hatred, complex mazes, constructed to suppress certain races in urban places. I get the funniest looks while surrounded by white faces. Black masks, hierarchical sympathizers, turncoats with burnt notes, ill advisors, injectors, the immunizers, public sectors, judges protect child molesters, corrupt investors, hipsters zipping round on Vespers, unaware of the treacherous, gentrified minds clouded like a nebulous, tempestuous, crocodile tears flooding the storm drains, an agitated state. Black babies were used as alligator bait, the legacy of slave catchers. Memories from the middle passage haunt my subconscious like epigenetics. Collective post-trauma, like Dizzy said, boy in the corner.
Shifts in consciousness.
My free rhyming, similar to free climbing. No harness, no defining, no set concept. Let the mind wander like an aboriginal man during Rubicon. Snook him out. You sold your manhood, all for clout. Comments, likes, and views. A bloody murder scene riddled with clues. A sinister ruse, predetermined whether you win or lose. Dick Turpin, outpour of an outlaw. I catch you outdoor, al fresco, like open air drug markets. Welcome to the metro. I always hit the target, Hearn and Crespo. In the city screams, I guess they let the skin blow. Make him say no, no mask like Lomachenko. Eternal youth, Peter Pan, hands of stone like Roberto Duran. Perlo and Zidane, grafted into one man. My skill knows no bounds. Expose the hounds like burglars, circling the grounds of a mansion. Liabilities, seek expansion. Like a 16th century samurai, they call me Malachi, watch the dagger fly. Toxins cause delirium, global imperium. All alone in New Rome, draped in the emperor's gown. Come from the men of renown, come from the star babies. Scarlet ladies, destined for Hades. Streets filthier than scabies, forever indebted like Haiti. Weary of the Black Widow, I rhyme colder than the other side of the pillow. Blowing Indo and Sativa, the Wraith Reaver. My pen shaped like a fucking cleaver.
Shifts in consciousness. Shifts in consciousness. Shifts in consciousness. Shifts in consciousness.
Yo, it's road life, time to clap back, it is up. Put him in a pine shrine like a jack in the box. The vengeance is real. It pulses through his veins like a venomous thrill. He thinks about it when he listens to drill. Thirsty to kill, do you dirty. Glock 9 in your grill, no mercy. Made his mum grey like Van Persie. All the stress made her age early. Now he's a shooter like James Worthy. A million miles from the clergy. He's rolling with Shaitan. 8 balls in his palm with plans to do harm like napalm. Fresh off the estate farm, the genesis of their beef. Don't need disrespect to his name in the depths of the street. Took him reckless, so he wants to leave this brother headless. The definition of dead like Webster's. The night before he was restless. His girl sensed it in his mannerisms and his gestures. But he fucked her off and made excuses. So now his beef strong enough and everybody loses. He fought numerous losers. He settled on a honey trap, cause good pussy keeps him coming back. Won't be long till he drops him like a lumberjack. An hour later, he lets the fucking thunder clap. So CJ getting his dick sucked. The girl tells him she needs to freshen up. She disappears into the bathroom. CJ relaxes, lights up a spliff, reclines on the sofa and wipes off his dick. None the wiser, suddenly the door's kicked off. It's Tyrone, he's number one up. Before he says anything, Tyrone draws the strap, blows his brains out. 4 bullets in his dome, left it laid out. Blood everywhere, chunks of flesh rest where they made out. The chick screams, she runs out the bathroom and leaves the house. Now it's quiet as a mouse. Tyrone takes one final look at CJ, a kind of memento, like a replay. 2 days later, he's selling stories like eBay, posting to his friends about how he smoked CJ and how nobody wants to beef him like BK. black opal, 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 black opal.
You can't fuck with the I am. Who am I? I am I. So are you. So is him, they and them too. No chosen few. Ooh is I and I is ooh. I greetings to find the I daily with I ritual. What I know, what I yes. What I can be no less. One smoke in the wheel, one smoke in the 360. Words said echoes infinite. Reverb patterns intermet. Existing to exit. See the solid red sign. Conditions set for game of life or conscious design. No cheat codes, no hacks. Just bare button passion, trying to work out the math. Trying to pattern up the patterns. See what shit sticks and what happens. No trends or fashion.
Fermented wasps, no time in a room of clouds. Lab rats chill through the lungs. Oh, fermented.
Past the man that feeds past the hard whack. The god MC, I am the architect. The city lights are stark and bright, like an arch of light on a darker night. Senses lost, fermented wasps, majestic moss avenge the cross. Shriners and Templars, centuries lost, divided and defenseless, empathy cost. Allah is present, the star and the crescent. The bloody hands of parliament, palming a peasant. Tear you apart like a pheasant, my art is repellent to a fascist system that marked me a felon. That's why my pen is harboring venom. The circle 7, black burner, Nat Turner. Born from defiance, the war is science. Piss on your corporate alliance, spawn from the stalker giants. I'm a string in the guitar of Fela Kuti. I wrote this with the feather of Tahuti. From the stage at Coachella to the fetters of a Goonie. I'm yours truly. Stop your acting like George Clooney. Black beauty, your girl screaming do me. My eyes on her booty, spread them cheeks like a lumi. From the streets to the bougie, from the fitteds to the kufis, from the surrealism of movies to the mysticism of the Sufis. The universe moves through me, fuck what you see. I'm going in motion like an oil tanker. Born in E5, fish scale and ganja, where blickies kick back like Israel Adesanya. Greet me as His Majesty like Alhambra.
Fermented wasps, no time in a room of clouds. Lab rats chill through the lungs. Oh, fermented wasps.
Dispose of your art like body parts. Out of my mouth flames pour. Each bar sharper than a claymore. Yo, it's fruitful when I say more. Always lyrical, you're non-applicable like the Google Play Store. Take your head clean off, make sure. Guillotine grammar, leave you headless like the horseman. Proceed with caution, I'm a biohazard like a silo full of toxins. Claustrophobia, got you boxed in, panic room. Get a damn piece to polish off my phallic soon. Wet you up like Vidal Sassoon. Meatball marinara, deglaze and rephrase like a bottle of masala. You're sweeter than a guava, soft and cutty like a koala. Reinforced armor, my pen's full of steroids like a sauna. Written's pissing hot like a kitchen pot. Memories are pitching rock. Elegies when varicose veins begin to rot. My sentence is aseptic, body shock. When it comes to body MCs, I'm always on time like a body clock. Make you spasm like you're trying to body pop.
They're just precious stones cut from concrete. Nothing needed to complete. We're just precious stones cut from concrete.
Rolling pants, cold nights and low no laughs. Loaded chrome paps, blow you out of those dope knacks. Soul and ass, just so we can hold the straps. Streets mold you like old rats. Death scented like old spats. Message to the black man, the vestige of a crack land. Now he's messing with that gang. Now he's telling on that man. Shelling, yelling, letting the strap bang. In the deep dwelling, selling, letting that crack slang. Locked in the hood with boxes of bush. Gaunt zombies with stomach pains. Bloodstained color grains. Tucking your chains like tailored shirts. Depending if the stainless burst. From street famous to a vacant hearse. Stay alert, single mothers. Past fiends on their way to work. Black Berettas, pepper like a plate of jerk. Somewhere in the council estate, we at work on meters. Street leaders, creeping on them senoritas. Flat schemers, washing up sets like dry cleaners. Watching for feds like hyenas. Pants sagging, pushing back or pushbacks and other stabbing. Fratricide is what it looks like. Fresh off the press, make sure it's cooked right. Monosyllabic with the pen palette. A dark spawn, a genius in my art form. Like children of the corn when I'm making them bars form.
At your dreams and God chuckles at your problems. Hearty ha-has and he-he's, harshly muttly wheeze. It's all a jolting, but the punchline's got 'em. Cackles cracking up rotten. Even though no soul gets the joke and the whole premise to set up is forgotten. Compliments sounding like sarcasm. Well wishes a piss take. Devils on both shoulders can't stop chatting. Gassing, chin wagging, rabbit. There's too much air in this place. Got me suffocating. Hard to breathe without a cough. Sucking in the city's farts. Black sludge darkening me mucus, making khaki green snot. The fat lady has dropped her greatest hits. Stream obese vocals, all in auto-tune, chesty tones, rumbling from up under sagging shriveled tits. Inhaling local, the N9 my favorite type of toxic. How this is my safe space defies all logic. My secure places where kindness can be a trigger. Honesty brings distrust, and exchange rate of a good time is the high price of your mind, lungs, and liver. The noise of road, a constant pull, sounding like waves gripped by the moon. An external body's decision deciding whether you rise or fall.